Hey world, 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. is inspired by me and sponsored by the Kingdom College, preparing you for life. The only college that teaches you business skills, life skills along with academics. I am Deepak here and my life is beautiful and I stay on top of it all because I work as worship. So other day I was with a doctor for my treatment. That nerve therapy they do, neurotherapist. So I was lying on the bed and he was giving some points to me for my treatment. And on the other bed in the other room, another patient had come. So the other assistant doctor was treating him. So he asked, "What happened suddenly to you?" He said, "No, my tummy is not okay." That man was telling, "No, what happened?" "No, last night I think I overate and I feeling little uneasy with that." So this assistant doctor asked him, "Why did you overeat?" He said, "No, went to my cousin's house and my cousin now forced me to eat. So I ended up eating a lot." And assistant just gave a very sarcastic smile, and I could feel that. I also had a very amusing smile on my face because I have heard this statement all my life from different people. I was forced to eat, or my friend forced me for something, and I always keep wondering, what do you mean by somebody forced you to eat? You say you had temptation and you fell for the temptation what he showed to you in front of you, because nobody can put food in your mouth. That much I understand. For a small child to be fed. But this one common issue I have seen with a lot of people, they just end up eating. See, if you want to end up eating more, this is a different story. Okay, it's by choice. You say you end up eating because the other person forced you. Again, another few days back, Arya, my son, had gone to his friend's house. Around 4 o'clock he left the house and he said he will be back by 8:30 in the night. And I think that was the time I was not keeping well, quite unwell. I said, "Okay, go, come back by evening." And he has taken the bike also, Vaishali's bike. And he ended up by 10:45. I wanted to have some juice and Vaishali could not go because there was no bike, and it was very irritating for me also, for her also. 10:45 came and he also banged the bike somewhere. So I asked him, "Why you came late? You were told 8:30. He said, "No, when I was about to leave by 8 o'clock from there, the auntie told she is going to make pav bhaji, to eat pav bhaji and go." Said, so he told her, no, I cannot wait because I have committed to come back home by 8:30 and my dad is not keeping well, he might need some help. So you had told auntie, "Not, please don't make it." Said, I did not know how to say no to her, she would have felt bad. So I ended up waiting, I called mama also and blah blah blah. I said, when you have committed 8:30, you should have known very clearly, if auntie starts making the pav bhaji by 8 o'clock, she will not be able to do justice to finish it by 8:30 and then only you leave by 10 o'clock. Shouldn't you calculate this? I knew, but I felt bad to say no to auntie. I said, now we are feeling bad that you came late. If you tell auntie that you will not eat, she will feel bad. If you eat, you come late, we feel bad. Somebody is to feel bad, right? But don't you think this dilemma, all of us keep going through our life, that we just do not know how to say no to people? That's the only problem here. It's not about people loving you, people feeding you with force, people asking you, people pestering you, people convincing you, trying to nag you about to do it. But to say yes or no is purely your choice, isn't it? And we find it so difficult, from the youngest one to the eldest one I know, from the illiterate one to the most educated one I know, from the poorest one to the richest person I know. All of them have this big weakness of not able to say no politely, respectfully to other people. "No, I'm sorry, I cannot eat it." No, I'm sorry, I cannot wait further. No, I'm sorry, I will not be able to meet you. No, I'm sorry, I cannot do this. Colleagues end up forcing or enforcing their part of the job on their friends or their colleagues so that they can do some personal work of theirs, and the colleagues end up doing somebody else's job and their job is pending. Why? Because they cannot say no to colleague. He will feel bad, she will feel bad, they will feel bad. And this whole pressure of nobody should feel bad because of you. We all end up feeling very bad for ourselves. Is it fair? And just what is required? Little courage and little this clarity. I'm not obliged to say yes to everybody. Do I? Am I? But we have built up this self-created pressure from childhood till the end of our life not to make people feel bad. We don't hesitate, we don't mind going ourselves through bad feeling for days together all the time, but we just want to be in the good books of everybody, that he listened to me, he obeys me, he never says no to me. Come on, what are we trying to do? It's very simple. If you are saying yes to others, basically you are saying no to yourself. When you are saying no to others, you are saying yes to yourself. I have known for students studying, preparing for examination, or just planning their studies regularly, and their friend calls up for something and they speak very emotional, blackmailing type. Oh, you're studying now. I'm not very important to you now. Is it? Now I want you to come with me. You don't want to come with me because. And then he does not know how to say no to this emotional blackmailing. He closes his books and ends up going with his friend and do some stupid idiot work for his friend, nothing for himself. You say yes to him, you're saying no to your studies. You say no to him, you're saying yes to your studies. That's your future. And like this, so many times I have seen people end up doing somebody else's work. Honestly ask yourself this question. We are also discussing on success series in Sampurna. The power of time. Why we are not able to manage time? And one of the reasons we do not have time for ourselves is because we are just going on saying yes to everybody else for their work, their urgencies, their projects, their events, and ours is taking a setback, or we are just doing nothing with ourselves or doing very less with ourselves. For what? Only because we do not muster this courage to say very politely to other people, I wish to do it for you, but I'm sorry, I cannot do it. How much time does it take? Just an attitude to know that we are not obliged to say yes to everything and everybody in life, whoever the person may be. People call you for a function in the neighborhood, we end up going there for a few hours. And it has nothing to do with your life. People call you for social invitations. If it is very, 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 very important, it's the first circle of relationship, understandable. Distant relatives also we end up going. Why? Because we cannot say no to anybody. From smallest event to the biggest event, to most important people, to unwanted, unnecessary people in your life. We just keep on saying yes to everybody, and at times we fulfill it and at times we do not fulfill it. But at the end of the whole thing, we ourselves as an individual, we feel very bad about it. We actually feel shit. What am I doing here? I have so much work pending. My own people need me. My so many projects need my attention, and I'm doing something else and somebody else's work. It's not worth it, guys, because one quality, one strength you build up for yourself. Learn to say no to people and no to events which are not important to you. You will become important in your life and in their life also. Otherwise, we'll become insignificant in their world and our world also. That belief that we all will learn to say no politely, respectful to everybody, we start this beautiful day. Here we go. So guys, go, set and go.